Welcome back, students. In this video, I am continuing with the discussion of Lee-Chatterjee principle only. Already in the previous video, I gave one example, that is formation of nitric oxide by the reaction of nitrogen and oxygen. There I discussed effect of temperature, effect of pressure, effect of concentration, effect of addition of noble gases. We'll see one more example. N2 gas plus 3H2 gas giving 2NH3 gas. Delta H is equal to minus 22.4 kilojoules per mole. First one, I consider the effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. What I do is, I will increase the temperature. See, this reaction is exothermic in nature because there is a negative sign. It is exothermic. And you see, I am increasing the temperature by heating. Now, see, unless the reaction adjusts itself, the equilibrium constant will not be maintained constant. In order to maintain the equilibrium constant as a constant, what the reaction do? The reaction or the system tries to decrease the temperature. How to decrease the temperature? The increased heat should be absorbed. Increased heat should be absorbed means absorption of the heat should be favored. And forward exothermic means backward is endothermic. Forward heat is evolved means backward heat is absorbed. Lavoisier's and Laplace law. So, in this reaction, if the temperature is increased, to decrease the temperature, backward reaction is favored. That is, decomposition of ammonia into nitrogen and hydrogen is favored. Now, if I decrease the temperature, as I decrease the temperature, reaction wants to increase the temperature to maintain the equilibrium constant as a constant by giving heat or supplying heat from the reaction. And the reaction will supply heat in the forward only because forward is exothermic. Heat is evolved. Means when the temperature is decreased, forward is favored. Whereas if the temperature is decreased, backward is favored. And again, it is not that always in any reaction like this, temperature increase forward, temperature decrease backward, etc. No, it depends upon the reactions. Effect of pressure. What I do is, I will increase the pressure. See, when the pressure is increased, just see here, reactant 4 moles are there, product 2 moles are there. Which will produce the more pressure? Definitely 4 mole will produce the more pressure, whereas 2 mole will produce the less pressure. And I increase that pressure. Now the reaction tries to decrease the pressure by decreasing the number of moles. Again I said 4 mole will produce the more pressure, 2 mole will produce the less pressure. So to reduce the increased pressure, reaction is favored in a direction where there is a decrease in the number of moles. And remember here, remember in the forward reaction there is a decrease in number of moles, means when the pressure is increased, forward is favored, a forward reaction is favored. And if pressure is decreased, what happens then? If the pressure decreases, the reaction favors in a direction where there is an increase in number of moles. See, 2 mole in the 4 mole in the increase in the number of moles is there if the backward reaction is there. In that case, backward reaction is favored. Note this properly. So, again, not always. Just for your understanding, what you do is, when the pressure is increased, the reaction will be favored in a direction where there is a decrease in number of moles. And if the pressure is decreased, the reaction will be favored in the direction where there is an increase in the number of moles. Now, next one is effect of concentration. Effect of concentration change. What I do is, first I go with the increasing concentration of reactant. As I discussed in the previous video, if the concentration of the reactant is increased, to decrease the concentration, if the concentration of the reactant is increased, to decrease the concentration, the forward reaction is favored. Because when the concentration of the reactant is increased, to maintain the equilibrium constant as a constant, the extra what we add there should decrease, which will be there if the product formation is there. So, if the concentration increase, forward reaction is favored. Whereas, if the concentration decrease of reactant, see, I am decreasing it to bring it to the earlier, the decomposition of the ammonia is favored, means backward reaction is favored. Now, if product concentration increased, see, to maintain the equilibrium constant as a constant, what should happen there? Added ammonia concentration should be decreased, which will be there if they decomposes. So, backward reaction is favored. Whereas, if product concentration decreases, forward reaction is favored. Why the forward? See, I have decreased ammonia concentration. To bring it to the original, I should add, to bring it to the original, the ammonia formation should be favored. Addition of inert gases. First we'll see addition of inert gas at constant volume. At constant volume means I will maintain the volume constant over there, and at a constant volume, if the noble gases is added, there is no effect. there is no effect. In the previous case, whether the constant volume or the constant pressure, that is N2 plus O2 giving to NO, the constant volume or the constant pressure, any effect will not be there because number of moles are same in the reactant and the product side. Whereas here, number of reactant molecule and the product molecules are not same. Therefore, if it is at the constant volume, no effect will be there, whereas in the constant pressure, there will be effect also. There is no effect. Why it is? See, volume was same because volume kept constant. Number of moles are not changing of moles of reactant or product is not changing. Means partial pressure of the reactant or the product is not changing. Partial pressure of N2, partial pressure of hydrogen, partial pressure of ammonia are not changing. Since the partial pressure is not changing over there, if an inert gas is added at a constant volume, there is no effect of addition of inert gases. Also, what happened then? The concentrations, the whatever N2, hydrogen concentration, ammonia concentration will be the same. So, either with the partial pressure I can say or with the concentration I can say, that will not change when the inert gas is added at a constant volume. Therefore, there is no effect. Next one is at constant pressure. When the inert gas is added at a constant pressure, remember your volume increases. Volume increases over there. When the volume increases, you say concentration of N2 or concentration of hydrogen or concentration of ammonia, that is going to be decreased, or partial pressure of nitrogen, partial pressure of hydrogen, partial pressure of ammonia is going to be decreased. So, when the inert gases are added at a constant pressure, the reaction proceeds in a direction where there is increase in number of moles, because either concentration decreases or the partial pressure decreases. So, concentration or the partial pressure should increase, which will happen if it is proceeded in a direction where there is an increase in number of moles. And remember here, increase in number of moles is that in the backward direction, means when the inert gas is added at a constant pressure, backward reaction is favored, not the forward reaction. Instead of saying the backward reaction, I can say equilibrium shift in left. Equilibrium shift to the left. Yes, left. Next example is 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas giving 2SO3 gas plus Q kilojoules per mole. In this again, I have to discuss what is the effect of temperature, what is the effect of pressure, what is the effect of concentration, what is the effect of inert gas addition. First, see, Is it exothermic or endothermic reaction? That is a positive sign. So don't get confused. So since the positive sign is there for heat, it is endothermic. This is wrong. See, I did not say Q is the delta H value. Delta H is equal to positive Q kilojoules per mole. I did not say. I did not use the word delta H there. I did not use the symbol delta H over there. I wrote the heat content of the system along the reaction. And remember, enthalpy is written along the reaction, not the change in enthalpy delta H. Then the positive sign indicates that it is exothermic reaction only. How to explain? See, this reaction has this much of extra energy, or this reaction has this much of extra heat content. So higher energy is not good. Instability arises. To acquire the stability, this much of heat will be liberated. Liberation is exothermic only. So along the reaction, positive sign is that it is exo only, whereas along the reaction, the negative sign is that it is endo. Just see N2 gas plus O2 gas giving 2NO gas minus 180.7 kilojoules per mole. What is happening here? This reaction is deficient of this much of heat content, which you call it as the enthalpy. So as this much of enthalpy is lesser, they absorb that energy from the surrounding, and absorption is endothermic only. So along the reaction, if the minus is there, it is endothermic reaction only. Whereas delta H is right, it should be the positive 180.7 there. Then it is endothermic reaction. Yes, see? This reaction is exothermic reaction now. So first I discuss with the increase in temperature. See, reaction is exothermic. Reaction is producing the heat. It is giving the heat. And what I do is, I am increasing the temperature by heating. Now, what the reaction do? The reaction tries to bring down that temperature. But how? By favoring the absorption process, or favoring the absorption of the heat. Already I mentioned, if the forward heat is evolved, then the backward heat will be absorbed. So in this reaction, forward heat is evolved, backward heat is absorbed. Means when the temperature increases, reaction shift to left. Means backward reaction is favored. Backward reaction favored. Now we go for decrease of pressure or decrease in temperature. What happened there? To increase the temperature, reaction should give the heat, and the reaction is giving heat in the exothermic process, which is in the forward reaction. Reaction will be favored to right that is forward reaction is favored. Now, pressure. What I do is, I go for increase in the pressure. When the pressure is increased, reaction tries to decrease the pressure by decreasing the number of moles. And remember here, in the reactant, there are 3 moles product, only 2 moles are there, means in the forward reaction there is a decrease in the number of moles. Means when the pressure is increased, forward reaction or reaction is favored to right. This reaction is favored. Then if the pressure is decreased, reaction is favored to right, favored to left, or backward is favored. Why? When the pressure is decreased, the reaction tries to increase the pressure by increasing the number of moles. That time, this reaction will be favored. Effect of concentration, you do it. If the reactant is added, forward. If the reactant is removed, backward. If the product is added, backward. If the product is removed, then the forward reaction will be favored. Then, addition of inert gases. First, at constant volume. At constant volume, partial pressure or the concentrations remain the same, because volume same, number of moles also same of reactant or the product. Inert gas will not change the concentrations that are not involved in the reaction. Inert gas is not involved in the reaction. So N2, so SO2, O2, SO3. So here 2 by 10, 2 by 10 for this, 2 by 10 for the SO3 also. Volume is same. So 2 by 10, 2 by 10, 2 by 10. 2 is the number of moles, you see. That will not be changing. Therefore, when we add the inert gases like the argon at a constant volume, no effect will be there onto the direct. Second one is at constant ratio. Now, at constant ratio, reaction favors in a direction where there is an increase in number of moles. So, backward reaction is favored, or reaction shift to left in this case. Why? As the constant pressure is there, volume increases, so concentration or partial ratio decreases. So reaction tries to increase this concentration or the partial pressure by increasing the number of moles. Now, we'll see the same reaction in reverse manner. 2SO3 giving 2SO2 plus O2 gas. delta H is equal to plus Q kilojoules per mole. Forward was exothermic, now it is the endothermic. Temperature increased. The reaction favors in a forward reaction to decrease the temperature because forward is endothermic, heat is absorbed. So forward is favored. Reverse by CC, temperature decreased. When the temperature decreases, reaction wants to increase the temperature by reaction giving the heat. Reaction giving heat is in the backward reaction, so backward reaction favored, or it will be to the right, equilibrium will be shifted, whereas to the left, equilibrium will be shifted. Then pressure. Increase the pressure. When I increase the pressure, reaction tries to decrease the pressure by decreasing the number of moles. 2 moles here, 3 moles in the product, means backward reaction is favored, or it will be left, equilibrium will be shifted. Pressure decreased. Forward will be favored to what? Increase the number of moles. So to the right it will be shifted. Then concentration. SO3 added, forward favored. SO3 removed, backward favored. Then SO2 or O2 added, because product is added, backward favored. SO2 or O2 removed, forward is favored. Note on this properly. Next one is inert gas addition. At constant volume, no effect, because partial pressure or the constant pressure remain the same only. At constant pressure, reaction favors in the direction where there is an increase in number of moles. Reaction favors in a direction where there is increasing number of moles. That is, forward reaction is favored. Why? Because of the forward, you see 2 going to the 3. Forward is favored. For exothermic reaction, this is a general note here, easy to remember also. Exothermic reaction, delta H negative, or along the reaction, if positive value, positive Q kilojoules per mole is written, it's an exothermic reaction. Increase in temperature, backward reaction favored. It's generalization. Or equilibrium, shift to left. Note down this properly. if temperature decrease, forward is favored. Or equilibrium shift to right. Forward is favored. For endothermic reaction, delta H positive or along the reaction negative Q kilojoules per mole is settled. Is endothermic condition. Then increasing temperature, forward reaction favored or reaction shift to right. Reactant in the product will be favored. Temperature decreased, backward reaction favored or reaction shift to left. Means product division reactant is favored. Next one. If pressure is increased, the reaction favored in a direction where that is increasing number of moles. If pressure is decreased, the reaction favored in the direction where there is decreasing number of moles. If pressure is increased, the reaction proceeds in a direction where there is decreasing number of moles, or reaction is favored in a direction where decreasing the number of moles is there. If pressure is decreased, the reaction proceeds or favored in a direction where there is increasing number of moles. Then, if reactant concentration or pressure of the gases increase, forward is favored. Forward reaction favored. If reactant concentration or ratio decrease, backward reaction favored. If product concentration or pressure increase, backward is favored or backward reaction is favored. If product concentration or pressure decrease, forward reaction is favored. Next one. If delta M of the gas is 0, that is equal number of moles of reactant and product are present, then pressure increase or decrease do not have any effect. Like N2 plus O2 giving to NO, no effect. Next one. Addition of inert gas at constant volume, no effect will be there. Note on this, no effect. Addition of inert gas at constant pressure, the reaction proceeds in a direction where there is increasing number of moles. From this concept, question can be there in the competitive exam. So learn this notes which I gave. Learn this note. So learn this note which I gave. Understand that notes. Important only. So learn this. All this. See, when it says concentration of the reactant or the product is decreasing, means it is not that manually you have to remove it. Certain reaction will be there. Say example, Fe3 plus aqueous plus SCl minus giving FeSCl3 plus. In this SCl minus will be given by KSCl, potassium thiocyanate. Potassium thiocyanate will give K plus and SC minus SCl minus ion. And remember, this compound FeSCl3 plus is of deep red color in nature. And it is in the equilibrium also. This also aqueous. This also aqueous. So, if I add a potassium thiocyanate, then this concentration increases When this concentration increases, reaction tries to decrease the concentration by moving in the forward direction, means the deep red color still get intensified, increased. So if KSCl is added, reaction proceeding the right side, means deep red color intensifies. Now what I do is I will add a ferric nitrate. Ferric nitrate will have FeNO3 3 times. This will give Fe3 plus NO3 minus ion. When the ferric nitrate is added also, see, ferric ion got increased, means the forward reaction is favored, deep red color get intensified, means the reaction is favored in forward reaction only. Means reaction is shifting towards the right side. For the solution which is in equilibrium, I will add oxalic acid. You know oxalic acid, H2C2O4 is the formula. See, this oxalic acid react with this ferric ion Fe3 plus react with the oxalic acid H2C2O4 and gives FeC2O4 3 times 3 minus, means when the oxalic acid is added, ferric ion will be removed in the form of FeC2O4 thrice 3 minus ion, means reactant concentration decreases. One of the reactant concentration decreases now, means reaction is favored in the backward direction or equilibrium shift to the left, and the red color get diminished. Intensity of the red color going to be reduced. Intensity of red color decreases. Why decreases? Because oxalic acid react with the Fe3 plus ion. And by this reaction they decreases the reactant concentration. Instead of this, what I do is I will add a HgCl2. HgCl2 react with the HCl minus ion, means thiocyanate ion, giving HgSCl 4 times 2 minus ion. What can happen to this deep red color? Tell me. As we added HCl2, as we added HgCl2, one of the reactant going to be decreased, because this reactant is used for the reaction with HgCl2. So as this is decreased, reaction is favored in the backward direction. When the backward reaction is favored, the deep red color going to be diminished. The backward reaction favored, that is reaction shift to left and red color intensity of red color decreases. Note this properly. Intensity decreases because one of the product reactant is removed in the form of a reaction, or one of the reactant is used for reaction with HgCl2. So this will be decreased. To increase it, decomposition of this FeSCl3+ ion favor the red color diminishes.